Welcome back viewers. In today's video we are going to do the detailed review of Vanilla OS 2. In the earlier two videos we had checked out the install experience of Vanilla OS as well as the user setup and initial system installation in Vanilla OS. So now we are going to check out the actual system, how the Vanilla OS desktop behaves, what are the different applications available, what is the kernel available, all those things, how the user experiences the system, that we are going to check in this video. So let us start our Vanilla OS 2 virtual machine. You can see here there are two states, current A and current B. So current is state A and the previous is state B. So in earlier videos I told you, in an immutable system there will be two partitions. One partition will be the current partition and the other partition will be a previous partition or a future partition, you can say. So whenever any major update will come to the system, it will get updated in the other partition, that is the B partition, and when you reboot the system you will boot into the other partition, that is the B partition, and that B partition will become the current partition till the next major update arrives. So it keeps changing between A and B, which partition will boot. So this is same philosophy that is followed in the Android systems. For example, the Google follows this in the Android systems, and you have got a foolproof system wherein the system does not get we can say exploited by any of these viruses or any other hackers, because there are two partitions, and whenever the update comes it gets updated in the second partition and you will boot into that second partition on the next reboot. So it makes the system very robust, and it gives it a lot of security against the hackers. Now here, this is the login screen of Vanilla OS. You can see these are the different sessions available: GNOME Classic on XOR, GNOME on XOR, and we are going to boot into the VLAN session. Vanilla OS is based on the Debian unstable. So the latest packages are available, latest updates are available, though it might cause a problem once in a while. So this is the GNOME desktop, that is the default or the standard desktop of Vanilla OS. You can see here, this is how the beautiful wallpaper is there, yellow flowered wallpaper. I really like the work that Vanilla OS team has done. It has made a very good looking GNOME desktop for the Vanilla OS. On the top panel you have got this. It is switching between the workspaces, used for switching between the workspaces. It is used to make the bottom dock visible in the middle. Yes, this is the standard notification area and the calendar with the word clock and the weather locations that is seen in the GNOME desktop. Here it is the standard GNOME menu for power settings. Then you can also have the screenshots here. You can do the configuration for the wireless connections, wired connections. You can change between the power modes. So two power modes, balanced and power saver, available, and you can change between dark and light styles from here. So the wallpaper also changes based on the style chosen. Now at the bottom in the dock you have got photos, then you have got the GNOME files, software manager is there, GNOME help is there, and the show apps is there. So in show apps we can see which applications are available. So you have got GNOME contacts, GNOME weather, GNOME clocks, GNOME maps, APX is there, audio player settings, boxes, Deja Du backup, camera, black box, characters, bottles, These are the system applications that are there. So these are all standard GNOME system applications. We are not going to check this out. Calculator, calendar, connections, disk usage analyzer, document scanner, document viewer. Then you have got so there are two document viewers I think got installed, because you see when in the initial user setup I had done the installation for all these applications. So the Vanilla OS gives us options to install the applications of our choice. So in a standard group of applications you have to choose the application. So in that I had chosen the document viewer to get installed, Evice document manager, but it did not install. So the system was giving me fails notification that the document viewer did not install. So before I started this video I had installed the document viewer. I thought this is the same Evice document viewer, but it is a GNOME document viewer. So we have got two document viewers here. Extension manager is installed by default. File roller, Firefox is there. Flatseal is there, because in Vanilla OS most of the applications everything by default is flatpaks. So you will require Flatseal to configure the authorizations that are given to the applications that run on your system. So different system level authorizations are to be managed using the Flatseal. Fonts is there. Heroic Games Launcher has installed. Image Viewer is there. Image Magic, Logic, Lutris is for playing games. Metadata Cleaner, OnlyOffice. So two options are there, LibreOffice or you can install OnlyOffice. So I install OnlyOffice by default. Refine is there. Rnode, Shortwave, Sound Recorder, Text Editor, Thunderbird, Vanilla OS Tour. Video player also the system told us it is not installed properly. It has failed the installation, but it is installed. So during the initial user setup, the application that installs all the user approved applications, it gives us wrong information that some of the applications did not install. Also it gave wrong information that the system setup did not go correctly, but the system has installed beautifully, everything is working and the warehouse is there. So let us take this Vanilla tour. What is there in the Vanilla tour? So Vanilla OS 2 Orchid is there. It is solid, secure, maintenance free, developed with security in mind, updates are automatically and run in background. So this is one of the greatest features of Vanilla OS. Updates are automatic and run in background. So you can continue with your work, and in the next reboot the updates will be automatically applied, and you can configure the updates. I will just show you. So you can change the update frequency. You can do it never, daily, weekly or monthly, and you can switch on the smart updates, that is the updates that get installed in the background. Next is develop the way you like. So Vanilla OS comes with APX. So APX is a tool that allows you to create integrated and extensible development environments ready for your every need. So you can install the different IDEs and you can do programming on Vanilla OS. So it is a good development platform for the coders. And this is nothing but the GNOME overview. You can configure your device. Let us configure the device. So here you can do the configuration. This is the GNOME settings. Now let us check out the system. So here you can see the GNOME 48 version is there. 64-bit 48 version is there. It is using the Wayland server. Virtualization is by KVM method, and this is the system configuration. And the Linux kernel that is used here is the Linux 6.12.38 plus deb 30 AMD 64. So this is the kernel that is being used here in the Vanilla OS. Now let us check out the power. So here power, two modes, power and balance, power saver and balanced are available, and there is power saving features are also available. In appearance you got two styles, default and dark and light. Default, that is the mixed style, as well as dark. So there is no light style, only the default which is mixed style, and the dark style is available. And these are the some of the wallpaper. These are all GNOME standard wallpapers, so I am not going to check this out. all most of the GNOME desktops or different Linux distributions have this by default, so nothing original there to see. I think only this wallpaper we need to check this out, because this just a moment. Yes, this wallpaper looks nice. So this is, I think, Vanilla OS wallpaper. It is not there in GNOME. Very good looking wallpaper, and we will just change the theme. Beautiful looking wallpaper. We can keep this if yes, we can keep this. This one looks very nice. Okay. And configure your device. I think we have already done this. Yes, we have already done this. So all typical GNOME settings are available. You can do that. I am not going in much details. We are more interested in the Vanilla OS specific features of the desktop. Now let us check out the specific applications which are unique to Vanilla OS. So APX. Now let us open the APX. So you can start or open a open a subsystem. So let us add the subsystem. Let us see what happens. Okay. So here you can add some development stack. For example, you can select the base. So you can have a Alpine, that is the Alpine Linux distribution base. You can have a Arch base. You can have a Fedora base. You can have OpenSUSE base. You can have Ubuntu base for the software development. You can have Vanilla Dev base. You can have Vanilla. Let us go with Arch. Okay, and I think this is it. You have done that. Let me see. Yes, it you have to change over to Arch. It is done. What is name? We can say Dev. Home is also my Dev, we can say. Okay. Okay, so this is it. Name is Dev and stack is Arch. Let us create a subsystem. So please wait while the subsystem is being created. So here it is creating a base on which you can install the Arch development applications, and then you can start your IDE that is based on Arch, and you can do programming. So this works in a container. So all the applications are containerized. So what happens is your base system remains different. Your development files are on a layer on the top of the base system. So at the bottommost where the system updates come, that updates will be applied to the Vanilla OS base. On that base there is a Arch base, and on the Arch base the IDEs, that is the integrated development environment, that will work. So it is a 3-layered system. Bottom is Vanilla OS, which is itself Debian unstable. On that Arch is running. Arch is this development subsystem, and on the development subsystem you have got your IDE, that is the integrated development environment, and that environment you can install the different tools, and you can do your coding or your software development. So I think it will take some time. Meanwhile, what we can do is let us check out the other applications. So audio player, let us check out which audio player is available here. So it is going to open up. We can go ahead and check out. Yes, Bottles, we will check it in a separate video. So Bottles is nothing but a emulator. So you can run your Windows programs on Linux using Bottles. Lutris is there for making games work on Linux, and Bottles is there to make the Windows applications run on your Linux system. So it can be games also. So games can also be run using this. Now, meanwhile, let us check out the system monitor. Let us check out. So only 1.7 GB of RAM is being used, while the your Arch subsystem is being installed on the Vanilla OS. And the audio player, let us check this out. Which kind of audio player is there? Let me close this. What is this audio player? Let us check this out. So it is nothing but the Gnome audio player. Version is 49. Quite latest audio player is available. And let us come back to the system monitor. The swap being used is 262.1 KB. You can see the CPU usage. It is hovering between, I think 20, at the max 20% is there. And let us check out the different processes running in the system. These are all the processes that are running, and in the file systems you can see here the VDA1 and VDA2. So these are the two partitions that are there, VDA1, VDA2. Sorry, not two partitions. One will be your boot partition, one is the hard disk partition, and these are all the home, media, mount, root partitions that are installed on this. Now you can see it has changed. Yes, so this is the boot partition, 172 MB. This is the EFI partition. So I think there is a one EFI partition, one boot partition, and yes, this is the root partition. So in here in root partition, the two partitions, that is the partition A and B, are not shown separately. It is shown as a single root, but in fact this 55 GB, it will have 25 GB, at least two partitions, around 25 GB. So that will make up 50 GB, plus I had given another 5 GB. So you have to check this out where it has gone. So it is using the Btrfs file system to make the root partition. So 20.4 GB total is there. Available is 14.4 GB. 5.7 GB is used. So this is a light Linux distribution, quite light, in spite of having all these systems installed. So it is quite light, but it is not showing the root partition A and B. So the file systems only shows the one root partition, but it is not showing the partition A and partition B here in this system monitor. So that is a observation from our side. So now you can see here we have installed the subsystem, that is Arch subsystem, on the Vanilla OS. Now you can have, okay, so what is the new stack? Okay, new package manager also you can install. Let us check out the package manager. So you can name your package manager. Let us say devpack. Let us call it devpack. Need sudo? Yes, it is good practice to have sudo. And which are the commands that you want to use? So by default these are all the commands that will be available. So you can specify your custom command to use it for auto removing, cleaning, installing, listing the application packages, purging the application package, removing the application pack, searching the application packages, showing the application packages, updating and upgrading your system. So all this is available here. So this I think will run on this system, that is the Arch system that we have done. I think we need to use this once thoroughly, so only then only we can say exactly how it will work, because this is a very unique Linux distribution. It requires more time, so I will make a separate video on this. And also you can import files. So any file configuration you can import it, and then you can install this here. So it will install the package manager, everything, configuration file, I think, with the configuration for the package manager, stack and subsystem. You can do it from here. Now you can see here the subsystem, Arch subsystem has been installed. It is a Arch stack. It is created, and the package manager is PAMAC. That is the Pacman, and not PAMAC is software manager, and Pacman is the package manager. And these are the exported programs. You can stop the subsystem, that is the Arch subsystem, using this from here. You can auto remove packages, clean the package manager cache. You can reset the subsystem, delete the subsystem. So for example, if you install some IDs on this subsystem, that is the Arch subsystem, and you want to remove that ID, so for that you have to use this reset and delete subsystem. You can also remove the packages, the IDE packages from the subsystem using this. You can clean the package manager cache for the pacman or any other package manager and stack that you install using this. That's great. So what happens is, I am not a programmer, I am not a developer, so I have not used many of these tools, so I am also not exactly knowing how the IDs are installed and everything, but definitely I will maybe in future I will make a video on how to install your own ID on different Linux distributions. So that will be very informative for all the users, especially the new users who want to use Linux as a development environment. What else is there? Only this is there. So that's it for the APX. I think you got a good idea of what APX is and what it can do for you as a developer. Next is we have seen this document viewer. Extension manager you already know. Firefox, let us check out the Firefox version. While it is opening up, let us go ahead and check other applications. Flatsail, let us check this out. I will just show you Flatsail in short, what exactly it does, how to configure your authorizations for the different Flatpaks. Let the system respond. So here, this is the Flatsail. I will just show you what is the version of Flatsail. It is 2.4. For example, in audio player, so audio player, that is the GNOME audio player, is installed as Flatpak. Everything is in form of Flatpak on Vanilla OS. So you can do the configuration for the different, just a moment. You can do the configuration for the different authorizations. So the Flatpaks will require system authorizations to make use of the system resources. For example, if you want a Flatpak to use the network, you have to enable this permission or authorization. If you want the Flatpak to communicate with other processes, you have to give the authorization here. If you want your Flatpak to use the different sockets for communicating with X11 windowing system, Wayland windowing system, fallback to X11 windowing system, you have to give the authorization. So some of the authorizations are default. So these are the bare minimum authorizations that require by a Flatpak to work satisfactory on your system. Then further authorizations like dbus authorization, secure shell agent and everything, smart cards, printing system. This is all user centric. User has to decide this. These are the minimum authorizations required for application to work on your vanilla system. So that is done by default. It is on by default. So GPU acceleration is also on by default. Rest all other different device authorizations are elective, and the user has to decide whether to give the permission or not. And these are some allow permissions. These are the file system permissions. So it is very granular approach is there towards the system authorizations for the different Flatpaks that run on your system. So these are all the system Flatpaks. Most of all applications available in Vanilla OS is as a Flatpak. You can see here everything is shown here, and everything has the required authorizations by default, and the extra or the elective authorizations the user has to decide whether to give the authorization to the system or not. So you can see here these are all the portal authorizations. So which portals can be opened, connected with the Flatpak, session bus, system bus, environment, which environments variables can work, whether the we can say list of home directory relative paths. So any paths that are available in your home directory, whether they are accessible by the Flatpak, that is to be done from here. And these are all the file system applications, whether the access of all file systems is available to the Flatpak or not. All system libraries, executables and static data is available to the Flatpak or not. All system configurations are visible to the Flatpak or not. All user files are visible and available to the Flatpak or not, and some other files is there. So these are custom files that you can give authorizations. For example, if you create some folder or file, you can give the authorization by giving the file path and make that file or folder accessible to a specific Flatpak. So this is all about Flatsail, which is nothing but a authorization manager for the Flatpaks. So I will close this. And now coming back to the Mozilla Firefox, let us check out the version. I think it is a ESR version or what? No, it is Mozilla Flatpak 1. So it is also available as a Flatpak here. And the version is 145 64-bit. So it is not a ESR version. I think it is the latest current latest version of Firefox that is released. Now Lutris we will check out in a separate video. Lutris is for playing games. So I will make a video whenever I release some videos on games. So I will make a video on Lutris, how to use Lutris to install games and play games on your system. What is a metadata cleaner? So if you remember, in Windows there are applications which remove all the history, all the temp files from your system to make your system more faster and more secure and more private. So this is nothing but a equivalent application for Linux where you clean out all the metadata, because what happens is whenever you got your personal data, the system creates a metadata. So metadata is nothing but data about the data, information about the data. So the system will create links between the files. The files will have the usernames, who created the file, who deleted the file, all those kinds of things, and that creates we can say a track of the user, what user did, what activity was done by user on the system, and this can be taken undue advantage by hackers. So you can use this clean your traces to clean your system. Learn more about metadata and the cleaning process limitations. So it will open up the help file. So the cleaning process is there. So metadata cleaner takes the contents of the files and puts it in a new one without metadata, ensuring that any undetected metadata is stripped off. Limitations. Be aware that the metadata is not the only way of marking a file. If the content itself discloses the personal info. For example, if you got your photograph, of course that photograph will give out or disclose your personal information, that is how you look, and that can be available to the hacker. So hacker can use your photo. If there is even no metadata available about the photo, whose photo is it is, hacker can use the Google the search engine to find out whose photo it is. It's very easy. If you got anybody's photo, you can use the Google Lens to find out who the person is. It's very easy. Or if there is a watermark on your photo, then also that watermark can be used to identify you. And cleaning files. So there is a clean button is available, so you can use that. So there are different ways of cleaning. So lightweight cleaning, it is shown here. So the removal process might alter a bit of data of your files in order to remove as much metadata as possible. For example, text in PDF might not be selectable anymore. Compressed images might get compressed again. And in the lightweight mode, it will not make much destructive changes to your file. So you have to be very cautious when you press the clean button on your metadata cleaner. And this is how the metadata looks for a file. For example, this img file, it shows the metadata. For example, what is the make of this image. So this image file was created on an Apple device. What was the model of the Apple device, create date, offset time. So this is all metadata. That is the data about the data. Here the data is an image file, and this is the data regarding the image file. So this is how the metadata exists on your system. So that's it. There will be much more things, but I'm not going to go in much details. You have got a good idea what is a metadata cleaner, and you can add the folders where you want the metadata cleaner to search and clean the metadata from the folders you have selected or you have specified. Further, what is refined we will check. So refine is specific to Vanilla OS. Okay, so it is opening up. It takes a little bit time because it is opening up for the first time. What is R0 also will open. So we will have to open apps. Okay, so refine. What is refine? Let us check this out. Okay, so Hari Rana is the developer of Refine, and other applications developed by him is the bottles and the upscaler. Okay, we will put this in the background here. Let us focus here. So using Refine, you can change the appearance of the system. You can change the look of the cursors, icons. For example, you can change between the different icon themes. For example, you can have default, desktop based, gnome, high color, high contrast. So these are the different styles of icons. You can change that. You can change the GTK theme between GTK 3 and 4. So Emacs and Advaita is there. Light style and dark style also can be set from here. You can change the fonts from here. So it is nothing but a system appearance application. You can change the way the mouse behaves, what it does on double click, middle click, secondary key. And in power, I think show the power buttons in the lock screen. So this is not working. I don't know why. And the shell and compositor can be configured from here. Center new windows, attach modal windows, resize with secondary clicks, window focus mode. You can change here. You can change the window focus mode using a click, a mouse, or a slopey. Automatically raise on hover. That is also option available here. Windows button layouts, whether you want the buttons to appear on the left or right side on the top header bar. And these are some experimental features. For example, fractional scaling options, variable refresh rate options, accelerated rendering on XLAN, XVLAN, auto close XVLAN, or XVLAN native scaling. So this is all different options available for windowing. And in sound, you can change the volume steps. So volume can be increased or decreased in some steps. So each step, what is the value? 6. Here it is by default, it is 6. So this is nothing but a system configuration application. So mainly it is for the appearance, for the windowing, and for the sound. Okay. Now we come back to this application. What is the name of the application? It is R-Note. Here it is R-Note. So it is nothing but a note taking application, and you can also draw and scribble here. So you can draw different figures. You can label it using the different pens and other sketch pens and other types of tools, and you can save this. So this is a very good tool for attending lectures in your school and college and taking notes while your professor or your teacher is teaching on the blackboard. Now, what is shortwave? So shortwave is I think FM radio. So you can use internet. So it is an internet FM radio. So you can stream online FM radio channels and use this application to hear to music that is being streamed on a FM radio channel on your system. And you can tune it. So you can have multiple channels. You can save those multiple online FM channels and listen to music that is coming or that is being streamed. So you can add. So here it is searching for the stations. So here these different stations are there, and also you can read hear to the music. I will just show you. Okay, so this is how you have to search, and also you can specify any music station, FM station that you know, and that can be added to the list. So this is the default list, and you can add more channels of your favorite channels here and regularly listen to the FM music that is being streamed on that channel. Okay. Now, text editor we have seen. Video player, let us check out the video player. Which video player is there? Audio player we have seen, it is GNOME audio player. Now it is turn of the video player. Let us check this out. And we can also check out another application. What is warehouse? I think warehouse is some kind of you say ebook or PDF manager. Let us check this out. Okay, so video player is now open, and what we see, let us check out the version. So it is the Gnome video player and its version is 49, same as that of the Gnome audio player. That's great. Okay, so video player, we will close this. And what was this? Okay, so it is called warehouse. Yes, this, so warehouse is nothing but a your package or application manager where you can install applications using this. So you can search for the application packages and install it. For example, let us search for VLC. So VLC is not available here. These are all application packages that are available or is pre-installed on your system, and you can install more application packages using this warehouse. So warehouse is nothing but a application package manager, and you can use this to install manage or uninstall packages. So here you can uninstall, install, and you can manage the application package using this. So it will show us the application IDs, all metadata regarding the application package that is installed on your system. For example, let us open ClamTK. ClamTK is available. No, ClamTK is open. So I think it is only showing the information that is for the packages that are already installed on your system. It is not to install packages only. It shows the package information of the packages that are installed on your system, and you can uninstall any packages using this warehouse. So for example, if I want to uninstall this Gnome audio player, you have to open this, select the application, and then hit the uninstall button. So it will just uninstall the application package. That's it. And the software store, let us check this out. So it is nothing but a Gnome software store, and all application packages that are going to get installed, those will be by default it will be Flatpak. You can see here it is version is 48.3. It is a Gnome software store 48.3. I will just show you the application packages that are installed. So these are the user application packages, and it is showing stop receiving updates for some applications. I think the system requires a complete update. After that, this that will go out. These are the system apps, settings, software and help, and these are the add-ons that were directly installed when we did the user initial setup. So initial setup the system led to the installation of all these application packages. Some were by default available on the installation image, some were added during the initial user setup and system preparation. You can see here this is all that is installed. So Mesa is there, so it is a video graphics library. So Mesa extra, lot many things have been installed. Mono is there. This is the encoder codec for the video. Firmware is there. You can see the different firmware packages are there. NVIDIA graphics firmware is also available by available and installed by default. So this is it, and you can install the different application packages using this software store. So it is a complete system, and they have done unique things to the Linux distribution to make it very attractive for developers to install the IDE of their choice, development stack of their choice. So you can have a development stack from any Linux distribution. You can have a Fedora stack, you can have an Alpine stack, you can have an Arch stack, you can have an Ubuntu stack. So you did not change the Linux distribution whenever you want to use any specific stack. You can use Vanilla OS. You can install the choice of your stack of your choice, Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, Arch, any Alpine. all will work. Red Hat will also work. And once you install the subsystem or the stack of your favorite Linux distribution, you can then install the IDE on the top of the stack, and then you can start your programming. You can save your program. Your system will remain very stable because the base system, that is the vanilla OS, that has got two partitions. Suppose during an update something happens, something fails, and your system does not boot, you can boot into the previous partition and you can recover your system. Your data will remain safe. So the last saved data will be there in the other partition, and you can start ahead using that previous state as the base, and you can start and go ahead and continue with your work. So I think the promise of a immutable system is going to grow in the coming years. More and more Linux distributions are coming out with an immutable system, because Linux is not that safe now. You have got hackers targeting Linux systems, because most of the servers around the world is Linux, and Linux is now a lucrative target for hackers, because the hackers want what the Linux system has. So everything, all the data, which is data is nothing but it has got value, it has got monetary value. So data is there on the Linux system. So Linux system becomes the target of hackers. And there were time 10-15 years ago, Linux system was considered immune to hackers, because no hacker was paying any consideration to the Linux. Everybody was targeting Windows system and Mac OS and other things. But now Linux system is in the forefront. Everybody, all hackers are targeting Linux systems, and we must have an immutable system on our desktop, on our servers, and all Linux distributions are working to bring out their immutable systems. And I think the future belongs to the immutable systems. And as we go ahead in the next 4-5 years, more and more Linux distributions will go completely immutable, and you won't have a simple mutable Linux distribution. Everybody will have a version, or the main version will be of the Linux distribution will be immutable, and also it will be reproducible, 100% reproducible system as well as immutable system. So that is the future of Linux, and it is coming up fast. In the next 4-5 years, all systems I think will be immutable as well as 100% reproducible. So on this note, I will stop the video here. See you in the next video with some other Linux distributions. Bye bye.